Filming is officially underway on the pilot for the Game of Thrones prequel, whose working title is Bloodmoon. The pilot is currently being shot in Northern Ireland at the same location used for Runestone, the location most notable for Robb and Aaron's swordsmanship training in Season 5. Jane Goldman, who's best known for her work on Kick-Ass, Kingsman, and Stardust, is the showrunner with the venerable author of A Song of Ice and Fire books, George R.R. Martin, working with her as executive producer. Naomi Watts, the two-time Oscar-nominated British actress, who is best known for her roles in Mulholland Drive, King Kong, and 21 Grams, will be the lead and play a charismatic socialite hiding a dark secret. No further details have been released about the other characters, but HBO has revealed a large roster of actors who are set to appear in the pilot. The show will feature a cast nearly as big and sprawling as Game of Thrones itself. A link will be in the description with the names of the entire prequel's cast. As for the story, HBO explained the show takes place thousands of years before the events of Game of Thrones. The series chronicles the world's descent from the golden age of heroes into its darkest hour. From the horrifying secrets of Westeros' history to the true origin of the White Walkers, the mysteries of the East to the Starks of legend, only one thing is for sure. It's not the story we think we know. The show will take place in an entirely different and older world, a world long before the existence of King's Landing and the Iron Throne, long before any of the characters from Game of Thrones existed, and even before Valyria itself became the Great Empire. The Age of Heroes was a prosperous period in Westerosi history in which men and women performed momentous deeds and established long-lasting dynasties. Some of Westeros' greatest legends existed during this time. Legends such as Bran the Builder, who founded House Stark and directed the building of Winterfell and the Wall. Another is Lan the Clever, a legendary trickster who swindled Casterly Rock from its previous rulers and founded House Lannister. But the era of wonder and prosperity did not last forever, and after 2,000 years of peace, a threat rose from the deep north. Bloodmoons are often interpreted as a mystical sign of the coming apocalypse. Back in Season 1, Old Nan tells Bran about a time during the Age of Heroes in which Westeros nearly plunged into apocalyptic darkness.
100 feet deep. Fear is for the long night, when the sun hides for years, and children are born and live and die, all in darkness. That is the time for fear, my little lord, when the White Walkers move through the woods. Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. And women smothered their babies rather than see them starve, and wept, and felt the tears freeze on their cheeks. So is this the sort of story that you like? In that darkness, the White Walkers came for the first time. They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders, big as hounds.
The show will dive deeply into the elemental, magic-filled events that transpired during the Long Night when man partnered with the Children of the Forest to push the White Walkers back deep into the north. In addition to Bloodmoon, HBO is concurrently developing 2 other prequels. According to a post by George R.R. Martin on his blog from May 4th, 2 other prequels remain in the script stage but are edging closer. He recommends picking up a copy of Fire and Blood to prepare for those forthcoming prequels. Fire and Blood takes place 300 years before the events of the current Game of Thrones. In the book, House Targaryen, the only family of Dragon Lords to survive the cataclysmic event that destroyed their entire civilization known as the Doom of Valyria, take up residence on an island located in Blackwater Bay and establish the Dragonstone Castle. Fire and Blood begins with the tale of the legendary Targaryen Dragon Lord Aegon the Conqueror, the first king of the 7 kingdoms and the creator of the Iron Throne. The book goes on to recount the generations of Targaryens who fought to hold that iconic seat, all the way up to the civil war that nearly tore their dynasty apart. No information about the release date for Bloodmoon or any of the other prequels has been released so far. If you're looking forward to the Game of Thrones prequels, let me know in the comments, and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all Game of Thrones news.